but we'll see. All right, consumer confidence numbers just released, slightly lower than expected, but like I said, doesn't matter too much. We had core durable goods orders come out pretty good, honestly. Huh. Core is up just slightly, and then the headline durable goods orders up just slight. So these are early indicators of demand. If more durable goods orders are being placed with manufacturers, then eventually downstream, more suppliers will buy it, and then more consumers will end up consuming those goods. So it's kind of an early indicator of consumer demand. And then we have consumer confidence, slight miss, but just kind of like an easy way to think about this. Typically, it's over 100, you're doing good. Under 100, confidence is not too good. But as we talk about data releases all the time, it's about the expectation versus the reality, more so than just the headline number. So yes, this is slightly above 100, showing that there's still confidence in the economy. People are still willing to spend, but a miss by 2 points shows that maybe we're not as strong as economists had expected. None of these news events are heavy movers. Really, whenever we're looking at these low impact news events, it's the main question is there any red flags here? If there's a red flag, that could shift the market's direction. Other than that, market will continue on its predetermined trajectory. So right now we're bullish, and so barring any emergencies, this should continue bullish. Make sense? Awesome. Welcome back, everybody. If you guys are tuning back into the stream, and welcome. If this is your first stream ever, I'm your host, Roy Dunya, co-founder, Chart Addicts. We talk about something at the beginning of every stream. As a quick reminder today, I got two quick reminders for you guys. Appreciate you bearing with this while we get it done. Number one, the NAS100 masterclass to learn the day trading strategy that we use every single morning live on these streams is available for a live 4-day experience on April 1st. So head over to Chart Addicts. The website's being slow. I'm trying to time my pitch here. All right, fucking, okay, there we go. chartaddictsfx.com. Head over to live classes April 1st to the 4th. I'll be teaching the strategy that I use every single morning live in front of you. While I show the strategy working, this is a demonstration of the concepts. I don't go into detail about how to recreate the success fully for yourself on the YouTube streams. If you're looking for a full breakdown in 4 days from start to finish of how to trade trending markets versus consolidating markets, reversals versus continuations, trading smaller time frames versus higher time frames. And then, of course, we'll be adding a new section, which is the difference between CFDs and futures and how to adjust your profit taking, entries, sizing for different platforms that you're using. So if you're interested in kickstarting your 2024, getting yourself a strategy that works and building momentum, head over to the website. Second big thing is, what do I want to talk about? I don't know. We'll remember at the end. It wasn't a housekeeping thing. It was more of like a general reminder here. Okay. So the trade from yesterday's stream, absolute banger. We ended up taking the trade right below the 290 level as it was breaking above this previous floor. And then as the market started to push, I think by yesterday's session, we had closed around, let's see if I can find this. Yeah, the market had came all the way up to that first take profit that we were talking about, the 380 zone, retraced all the way back to the daily floor. And then as soon as the market opened back up, we started to have that second leg. London session provided the beautiful double bottom rejection at that support. And then we've had the next extension. So CA members, maybe you guys can help me out with this. This is the previous high. We've already broken above the previous high and established a new sort of range. And then we've had a retest back inside to establish a floor. So based on all that information, do I buy it right here? 1 for yes, 2 for no. Do I buy NASDAQ right here, even though we've already had all of the different components that we need for a continuation model? 1 for yes, 2 for no. Okay. Wow. Real tears going down my eyes. I'm so proud of you guys. Okay. This is much better than yesterday, by the way. where we were trying to talk about um a shift in momentum. That one was a struggle a little bit. And they really got my ass. They really hit the tap tap, grab and go. And then they're like, "Oh wait, no, 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 one more. One more real deep grab and go." That was a little bit disrespectful, but sometimes you got to lose the first trade just to catch what the market was doing the whole time. And ultimately, we ended up getting a better entry anyways. So as opposed to getting the entry right at the 320 zone, we ended up getting it right below 290. So saved around like 30, 40 points. SL right below the wick. Take profit was the exact same. Okay, so now that we've established that I will not be entering there, where will I re-enter this trade? Give me two options. Give me one if you can, but two just so we have the plan A and plan B. While you guys do that, I want to give a quick shout out to the folks everywhere. I want to say I appreciate you guys for all the support. The channel has been hitting record numbers. The interview with Peter has gone, I don't know, viral, I guess. Each video that we're dropping is getting tons of traction. We're getting tons of calls and tons of texts and messages inbound. I just want to say I appreciate all of you guys for the support. If you guys see our videos come up and you click and you support, I love you from the bottom of my heart. I want to see you on this world tour so I can thank you in person. So please come out. And I want to see you at the summit so I can have a special gift for the folks that have been supporting us this whole time. So seriously, means the world to me. And if you're watching this, keep supporting. We got something very special planned. I will not drop a single bad video this week, this year. Okay, so maybe the audio and video, if we're doing a Zoom call, and it's not going to be as good as the in-persons, the quality of the conversations I'm having this year is on a whole nother level. And I'm really excited to bring those to you all. When you see a video from Chart Addicts drop, I'm going to do my best to make it worth clicking 100% of the time, 100 out of 100. So I appreciate all of you guys for that support, and just know we're only getting started. Okay, we got 320 and 270. Let me see. Max, if you got this right, bro, I'm gonna buy a shirt right now. By the way, is my 88.6 boys merch on the way? Question, question mark, question mark, question mark. Double eye looking emoji. Is my drip on the way? At the end of the week, let's go. So we got 320 and 270. 320 is right here. 270 is right here. My God. My God. Max, I'm so proud of you, bro. One stop shop. Didn't even have to second guess. Didn't have to do nothing else. Gage, why would you say 18,200? Let me know your thoughts here. That's a tough one. And whoever is chewing on the microphone, if you guys could very kindly mute the microphones. So Josh, you came to the same conclusion that Max did. You provided the reasoning for it, which I love. Yeah, you guys got the same idea. I love it, man. I'm new here. Probably placed my fib wrong. Honestly, Gage, look at what Josh just said. And he basically just broke it down perfectly. And I'll send the markup after the stream is done, but essentially you go down to the 30-minute, find the body of the lows. You might have to go down even lower. Let me see. If you go down to the 15, you got swing low here, and then you have swing lows here. So you would go bottom to top for the first fib, and then you would go recent swing low to top for the second fib. You'd have zone here and zone here, same exact zones that Max just marked off. I love to see it. And wow, in real time, perfect example of why we don't buy tops. Isn't that nuts that we have to do that reminder every day? Not for the members, but mostly for the folks just out there wandering onto the stream like, bro, he said it's gonna go all the way up to 600 or to 550. We should buy it right now. No, no. Execution matters. There's some pretty big news that happened. First off, prayers out to everyone in Maryland. I'm from the DMV. I've driven across the Key Bridge countless times at my own risk, right? It wasn't there was nothing wrong with the bridge back then. I was just driving between Baltimore. I was just risking my life as it was. But yesterday, something very tragic happened. A giant ship ran right into the Key Bridge and collapsed the entire thing. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but I've driven across this thing. This is actually this is horrifying to me because this is one of my biggest fears is just driving on like I've seen Final Destination enough times to not feel comfortable on bridges, planes, and just basically all transportation modes. This this fucked me up because every time I'm driving on a bridge, I'm like, dude, what would I do if the bridge started collapsing? Oh, I would jump off this side. I would jump off this side. God help anybody who was actually on the bridge at the time. I got to show you guys this. This is unbelievable. Yeah, leave it to local news to have an this like TI calculator quality video here. Dude, what did they shoot this on? You could have shot this thing on like a 2-year-old iPhone and it still would have captured it. They shot this thing on whatever they found. No, that's it's too soon. I'm sorry, guys. Too early in the morning. But you can see the bridge approaching here. And this is what does not make any sense. Do you guys know how many components go into what's it called? Shipping safety? How many different coordinated efforts there are? If a bridge is too low for a specific ship, especially here in Miami, everyone knows we all got to sit there and wait in traffic 30 minutes for them to raise the bridge so the ship can go through. There's coordination at every level. They have stations, they got lights, they got buoys, they got all types of coordination measures. Not really sure about the full story here, but there's apparently still people in the water. No, God, that's a tough one. But here's the ship approaching. You guys can see as soon as it makes contact with the bridge, the whole bridge collapses. Look at that. Like that is unbelievable. You can see how many cars were on the bridge. And then just snaps right here. Then the whole second half of the bridge goes under. To understand the importance of how big the Key Bridge is, this is going to destroy the DMV for a while, causing traffic, mayhem, and obviously just raising a lot of questions about infrastructure and about the coordinated efforts between Coast Guard and the rest of the agencies there. It's a tension bridge, but not an accident. Huh. That is no accident. These kinds of things just don't happen. Oh, y'all got the tinfoil hats on already. All right, what give me your tinfoil hat strategies. It was a ship from Singapore. Does it look sketchy? I'm not saying it looks sketchy. I'm just saying it's like the level of negligence here is insane. That's why Boeing lost God knows how much of their stock. We can look at their stock price now. Boeing's been getting destroyed. Okay, well, this is pandemic. And then there was the pandemic recovery. And then the second leg of QT, and then a little bit of a recovery. Why are we going sideways? I honestly thought that Boeing was doing a lot worse than it actually was. But I mean, we're still down significantly. 264 down to 185. Oh. No, I got this toolbar and I can never find it when I actually need it. Ain't that crazy? Yeah, down about 35% in 3 months. So you guys know all the incidents that have been happening with the Boeing planes, tons of negligence, tons of cost cutting, tons of DEI hires, and it's led to a lot of safety issues a lot, across all their different models, especially the largest models like the Airbus. So whenever you have shipping, airlines, car manufacturers, whenever there's a recall, whenever there's something problematic in the manufacturing side, that's when everything's got to stop. Company takes a massive hit, and then things start to recover. So the problems that Boeing's been having, those are some of those, how could this have happened sort of questions. I'm having the same kind of vibe about this. It's like, how does something like this at this large of a scale happen? I said, I thought about that movie from Netflix, The Ships Start Losing Control. Never seen it, but that sounds like a good plot for a movie. A bunch of ships go rogue and like everyone's just on the water. Some guys headed to a waterfall, some guys headed right into a city. Not a bad plot for a movie. Yo, no, you guys got the full tinfoil hat on. Oh my, do I even want to read this out loud? Am I at risk? Am I in danger? Wait, before we do that, let me see if I think we might miss this trade for one reason. This is called 40-second analysis. Tell your mentor hold D's LLC. I don't know why I just threw the if I'm your mentor, then I just caught strays. Right? I don't know. Sometimes people just catch strays on these. I don't know. I try my best not to mention people by name when I'm making like ad hominem attacks. I don't really even go at people's care. I don't go at people at all. I go at things that people do. I'm not talking about like, oh, like what's it called? Eminem was roasting Benzino. He said he had no neck. I would never say something like that, right? To somebody. I'm gonna go at the stuff that they do, something stupid they said, but I'm not going at people's neck, right? The short arms or something. That's crazy. Russia mad they lost 150 people at that concert. Uh, brother, you'd be mad too. Someone walks into your country and conducts a terror attack in your country. Family, all of us would be mad. That's that's the line. That's the line you can't cross. Okay. CA members, did you guys see what I just did? We got discount, premium, support, resistance. We got 886 on both sides lined up. If you were to just gun to your head, you got your family, the royal family, everybody's family on the line. You can only take two trades. Okay. Gun to your head. Which two are you taking? CA members, you guys already see what I got going on here. These are the highest probability trades, and basically like the floor is lava and the ceiling is lava too. That's about as much as I'm going to give away. Very straightforward. So if we get that retest back into the range, I'd be very, very happy. If we don't get the pullback, then we're just going to continue to push, in which case then we'll see a pullback around 460. So actually there's three trade options here. Bink, that's number one. This would be ideal for the buys at discount. Number two would be then we get the correction. Then we can buy at a discount here around the neutrality, right in the range. And then option three is a clear break above the previous highs, retest back inside to grab liquidity. Higher lows, we enter the second retest to the moon. So those are the three options. For a day trading, this is what I was trying to see, which is Asia low. Go ahead and mark that off. Clear that so we ain't giving away all the sauce. Ooh, reverse it. 327. Ugh. I don't know why I just turned into Pusha T right there. That's when it like the trade just came out the oven. And I'm just yuck. There it is. Hot off the press. So this is what I would see as the most likely for a day trade. And if we're going to talk about just like a strictly a day trade or a scalp trade, it'll be a 2-to-1 quick pullback, pull and counter. That's a boxing analogy for some of y'all. Okay, so technically there's four trades. But if we're going to talk about a trade that's going to take us to the top of the range. Is this going to be the trade that takes us up here? Probably not. It could, which is why I always set a higher target and I manually close partial profits along the way. Because if it does go further, why am I going to stop it? Like, why am I not going to have at least a small position running to capture the rest of the move? But just being realistic here, having a full correction to the bottom of the range, this I think would give us enough steam to push to the highs. This tap and go, it could get us up to these highs. It could get us up right here to the 461. Will it get us up to the equal highs? I'm not sure. But then again, that's not my job to figure out. Like, I don't get to move the markets. My job is to find an entry, to enter the trade, to size the position accordingly to the size of my account, to make sure that I respect proper risk management. My job is to be decisive. My job is to execute without hesitation, to manage the trade based on a predetermined set of variables and parameters. So I'm not, leaving it up for guesswork. Those are in my control. Those are the controllables. The uncontrollables is, well, is the market going to come down here first? Is the market going to come here first? Is the market going to drop and go to TP2? Or is the market going to drop and go straight to TP3? How far is it going to go? How fast is it going to go? Which zone is it going to hit? I can have a pretty good idea of where my target is, but I'm not going to sit here and pretend like it's going to happen in one go. If I say that this is the target, you guys know how accurate I've been for the last, I don't know, 200 streams. And so there's something to be said there about the accuracy of the target. But as you guys have seen for at least the last 3-4 weeks, it's not going to happen this session. It might go like this. We might hit the full TP3 right here. And then the market will break liquidity tomorrow and then end up at the highs. So the target could be correct. The path is going to be uncertain. That's why I look for probable areas of entry, get in, capture what I can, and get out. All right, let's look at these. Let's look at you guys' crackpot theories here and see what we can find. See if there's anything interesting here. Boeing removed the inspection phase. They're whiling. Yeah, bro. Serious issue the way the ship is going at it. It looks like it's on purpose. Yeah, honestly, that's not even tinfoil hat. That's just an observation, Chris. Let's just they're just putting planes together now and sending them to the front lines. Moscow massacre was sick. Yeah, it was. I mean, everything that's going on is just sickening to me. He said, just quote us. I'm not gonna put you all under the bus, brother. Ain't no bitch. All right. If I say it on the stream, I'll take responsibility. And if it's not true, then we'll own up to it later. How the heck, having that much space, the ship ends up right there? US 30 trade was a banger this morning. Oh. US 30 is about to flip. Oh my God. Are we seeing this?
Yeah, thing's popping off right now.
Yeah, dude. I think it might pull back one more time if we're lucky. Because, like, dude, you still got a 2.5 to 1 hour trade. But if it pulls back even just to the body, you're looking at 4.5 to 1.
Yeah.
Capture, even if you capture like half of that or even a third of that, still a solid trade. Great catch. I'm willing to bet it's the same idea. Pre-session, push one, push two, bink. That second retest would be golden if we get that. But then again, this thing's already in motion, so I'm not sure market's going to be that generous. Oh, it will be. Oh, but bro, what if the market leaves and doesn't come back? Right? Guy probably just started trading. Because what happens? It always comes back. Whenever we have a trade protected, there's this there's this illusion that, or this like voice that comes in that says, it's not going to come back to my entry. Right? It always comes back. But I was talking, I think, who did I have a call with? I was doing a coaching call, Janae. I was like, two things you can depend on, right? Three things: sun coming up tomorrow, taxes, and that second retest. It's coming. Part of the natural law. So if you guys are one of the traders that's like, oh, well, I don't know why you keep getting kicked out of my trades and the market goes, it's like at some point you got to sit there and journal your trades so you can find the patterns. Ah, I keep getting in good trades, but then it comes back every time. Okay, cool. Let me bake that into my strategy. Market will come back. Quick reminder. Put that on the thing. Dude, Sue Apple? What is going on? Ooh. Oh, also want to give a huge birthday shout out to our very own Gali Faik. My guy has been a backbone of a lot of the operations that we've been doing at Chart Addicts. Gali is an absolute legend, had a huge role in helping to put on the summit. So I just want to give a massive birthday shout out to our boy Gali for really helping to put on some of the like you don't see his face. He's not really out here in the front lines, but behind the scenes, the guy is an absolute beast. And some of the logistical things that we're still doing now in terms of the summit, in terms of dealing with the international community, getting the licensing and paperwork, Bureau of Culture and Tourism, dealing with venues and pricing and all this stuff. Shout out to Gali for that. Owe you massively. All right, so everybody say W Gali in the chat. Throw up a bunch of W's and throw up some show some love for the boy for helping to make all this possible. We're throwing big W's. Appreciate you guys. Shout out to the whole community here. All right, let me see what YouTube is talking about. Maybe you guys' tinfoil hat theories are a little bit better. I was looking for a real one, man. I can only think the whole crew fell asleep at the same time. Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. I mean, well, yeah. Let me see. Let me see what kind of. I feel like YouTubers got the crackpot strategies on deck. Is it tinfoil hats? Yeah. So how would lawsuits happen towards the city? Buddy, you think about a city don't even have money to fix the bridge. You think they got money to pay out a lawsuit? My God, this is a national emergency, brother. This is not even a lawsuit. This is not a civil case. This is negligence at the highest order. This is a lack of infrastructure building in America and a lack of attention towards infrastructure. And then most importantly, a lack of coordination between someone needs to figure out what the fuck happened ASAP. Because I don't want to assume that it's either miscommunication or it's a lack of coordination or maybe it's a GPS error or maybe it's like I don't know. But the Key Bridge is one of the largest bridges on the East Coast. Like if you drive a ship, you know about the Key Bridge. This is not, I don't know, man. Shout out to Francis Scott Key while we're at it. We're just gonna be throwing shout outs today. That was a prediction in the movie Leave the World Behind, directed by Barack Obama. It's not a coincidence. Stop. Paul Wall Street. First off, love the name. Second off, was that in the movie? Because imagine I take my time to sit here and fucking watch a movie directed by Obama. But, or by anybody for that fact. What the fuck I look like watching moving lights on a screen, people. Like life is happening right now. The clock is ticking. But with that being said, I did hear a lot of suspect things about that movie. Was there a ship running into a bridge in that movie? I like where this tinfoil hat is going. I got mine. I'm loaded up. Mine's sitting right here next to me. I'm getting ready to turn this thing fully on. Was it in the movie? Yes or no? You don't think we can take all-time highs on US 30? Of course we can. But look, when you're looking at reverse or when you're looking at a return of the trend, does do markets move in a straight line? Well, if you ask the people here, they'd say yeah, for sure. But then if you ask them right here, they'd probably have something else to say. And so just because we have this massive pump here, does that mean that we're going to continue to go to all-time highs directly? Probably not. Are we going to have some kind of correction? And then another opportunity, 88.6, break retest sort of situation to keep going? Yes. Okay. Now, do I know this for a fact? No, of course not. But is that much more likely than just a straight line to all-time highs? That's what I believe. So when I'm marking these things off to previous highs, it's because I'm trying to anchor my targets on something I can touch, something I can see, versus it's a bullish market, so we can expect and we can assume that the market will keep creating higher highs. But I'm not here to assume, I'm here to use historical data and historical context to make my decisions and to quantify where I'm looking to take my money. Cool. The ship alerted the authority that it lost propulsion and it was probably hitting the bridge. Nobody did anything till the bridge was hit and collapsed. That's what they said. Oof. E-quantum trading coming in. He said, read my comment. What? If you motherfucker, yo. He said, it was in the first 15 minutes of the movie. Yeah, Paul Wall Street is brilliant. Come on, guys. That's like Paul Wall, Texas legend. Are you from Texas or no? If you're from Texas, bro, I'm gonna have to give you a free membership or something. That's jokes, guys. I mean, maybe kind of. Okay, that's honestly ridiculous in that movie. What is the movie called again? Leave the World Behind ship. Okay. Yo, yo, I'm gonna let you guys know this right now. 2024 has already been gearing up to be an absolute nut house. You know, Vivek Ramaswamy was running for president, kept talking about we got to open the asylums back. We got to open up insane asylums back. Buddy, we're fucking living in one. The inmates run the show. The inmates run the show. All ships lost connection to satellite GPS because America with satellite systems were attacked. The movie director is Obama. Yeah, I got that much. Mike, I appreciate the breakdown. I think the more troubling part of this is, but this shit could happen so quick. Guys, I know, and I'm not even gonna, I'm gonna have to really be careful with this one. I know, now these guys have government contracts. I know hackers, people. I know really, really good hackers. And the jokes these guys makes is not fucking funny. At least not to me, right? Folks are like they used to have a game, like a test where you could break into like NASA and other satellites and stuff and be like, oh look, bro, like we can see what's happening here. I'm like, oh yeah, it's a playground for it's a hacker's playground. I'm like, you're telling me it's a government system, hacker's playground. Okay, that's that's not cool. Very shady stuff. Hackers, very talented folks, can break into your phone, car, vacuum. If you have a Wi-Fi controlled vacuum, if you have a Wi-Fi controlled air purifier, Wi-Fi controlled anything, they can get into it, use feedback data to get geolocation and other important info. The grid is not secure, people. So I would learn a little bit about how technology works, a little bit about how these grids work, because ultimately, whoa, good call. Yeah, so ultimately learn as much as you can. I'm not telling you to be an expert on the technology and stuff, but just how these networks work so that you can at least try and protect yourself to the best of your ability. Protect yourself and your family. I'm Lebanese. We had 6 hours of power a day. Family, I'm gonna let y'all know right now, I do not need electricity. Flip the candle on right now. Ah, flip the candle on today. Everybody who's Lebanese knows, like, bro, we had 6 hours of power a day. You didn't know which six you had. You had to make life work with or without electricity, and that's what we did. I'm gonna wait for one more push through. All right, never chase. You guys can see we got a nice 4.3 right here, or 4.2 R on this trade. If I chase it and catch it where it's at, we go from 4.3 to 2.5. Now, I understand what some folks might be thinking, expected risk and reward versus realized risk and reward. I understand the difference, people. Don't fucking come onto my stream with that malarkey. Okay. But if we wait for the pullback, get another touch, get a fill of that wick, then we go back to 4.2 to 1. And even if we capture, like I said, we capture half or a third, still a banger move. So that's the first trade idea, would be around the 327, maybe a bit lower. So I'd like to see kind of a push in and then closure back above, take that trade there. And then if we end up just breaking through the zone, then we'll look at that tooth. It's basically going to be around anywhere between 220 to 240. So just where this black line is. Okay. So let me put an alert here at the bottom of this wick. Beautiful. Add an alert here in case it breaks, and add an alert here in case it breaks. Awesome. We got landmines. All right. You can run, but you can't hide. That's what I'm gonna tell NASDAQ. What if we miss this trade? Rule number 4 of the NAS100 masterclass. You paid money for that thing. Okay. Remind yourself why you paid money for that thing. Oh, somebody been doing this, made a lot of mistakes. Oh, I wonder if Roy's just at the top of the mountain, basically preaching to us like he's Moses, right? No, I'm the goofy. I'm like fuck, dude. I'm not gonna make another Ace Ventura joke. What's the other movie that he played in? Fuck it. Yeah, I'm Simple Jack, basically. I've had my hand on the stove way too many times. The stupid part about the hand on the stove analogy is you have to touch it in order to really learn your lesson. And I've learned my lesson, so I'm trying to get people not to do the same. Eventually, your hand's desensitized. You can just put your hand on the stove as much as you want. That's what's dangerous because you shouldn't do that. All right. So when I say better to miss a trade than to chase a trade, I mean it because the few times that you catch the flip and it just continues to move in your direction, it's awesome. The one or two times where you lose this trade and it eats up your gains for the last two or three, or even if you win, you're not even making up for the last couple trades, like you're barely breaking even because instead of having a 4 to 1, you're settling for a 2 to 1. And I say settling, the way that we take partial profits, we never capture the intended risk and reward anyways. So you're not even getting a 4.2, you're getting like a 2.1 R on the trade. And so if you reduce that down to, let's say, what is it at now? Like, let's say 1.8. We're not even getting 1.8 because if I'm taking partial profits at the high, partial profits at this previous 886, and partial profits here, then I'm probably going to get half of that, maybe less. It was at 0.9 or less. And so that's why I don't even want that. I don't want to be in a trade today. I want to only catch positions that'll make me a lot of money compared to what I got to risk. Let's take a look at this. It hackers. Oh yeah, why I bring up the hackers point? No, these are legal hackers, bro. Relax. Legal hackers. They're government contracted. Seriously, fucking sick people in the head though. Nah, they're sweethearts, but I don't know. They talk about hacking. They talk about hacking shit. Like I feel violated when I even talk about hacking shit. And these guys are like, "Oh yeah, you can just get into somebody's system and do get into somebody's system." Whoa, stay the fuck out of my systems. That's my thought towards hackers. I have a very sort of pernicious view of the community. However, they told me how possible it was, and they also told me some of the key vulnerabilities in our grid systems. Yeah, people, that whole Barack Obama movie, very, very likely, if we're going to be real. They've been talking about how, so get a generator. That's a big one. So if power ever goes out, you can get a generator. Solar powered stuff. If you live in a sunny area, if you can capture solar energy just for things like basic utensils. I'm not trying to be a doomsday prepper here. That's not a doomsday prep class, guys. Fucking watch a YouTube video. Watch a Joe Rogan podcast, for fuck's sake. They've been talking about how they will destroy America from within for a long time. Buddy, they can try. Here's the thing about America, bro. Um, like the smart enemies of America, they incrementally encroach on our freedom, right? Piece by piece, centimeter by centimeter, centimeter. You can't notice until it's too late. Dude, you wake up the sleeping giant, everybody's done. Everyone's dead. Everything. All of it. Okay, you fucking think back to World War One, World War Two. Think about Desert Storm and think about post 9/11 as the best examples. Pearl Harbor, Jesus, being the better examples. You wake up the beast and it gets very ugly very fast. And I think that that is something that I don't know. That's something that everybody's been trying to avoid is like, let's see if we can create racial divide in America. Is that working? Oh no, they all love each other. Fuck. Okay, let's try men versus women, tall versus short, fat versus not fat, East versus West Coast, middle of America versus East of America. God, it's not working. And the Hispanics are teaming up with the black people, and the black people loving everybody else, and then everybody's just kind of with this shared unity of leave me the fuck alone and American freedom. What do we got to do? Perfect. Perfect. I'm gonna put this. So I'm actually gonna enter a slight entry here on my phone. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna split up my entries. I'm doing kind of like a scaling thing. I'm gonna do small position here, larger position near the lows, and then the largest position, if we just happen to dip below a little bit and come back up, I'm gonna have a fat position entered here. So whatever I enter, I gotta make sure I leave enough cash on the sidelines, enough dry powder, so I can enter a few more trades if it dips below. I'm in a smaller position here. I caught it on the wick back up, so I basically just got like a pretty shit execution here. But that's the beauty is if we actually dip below that entry and I catch some better trades here, the average entry price will be way better because the average entry price is weighted on the size of the positions you entered. So you have a small position here. Let me see if I can show you guys this on the paper trading. Just make it a lot easier. So if I was to do a small position, let's say we'll do 20 at the top. Okay, you can see where the average entry price is. Now, if it dips below, if I enter another 20, then the average price is going to be in between my two entries. So they'll take whatever the entry price here is, whatever the entry price here is, add them together, and then divide by two, and you get the average between them. Now, if I entered a bigger position though, so if it dips below and I enter, let's say, a 40 or 50 contract position, then the average price is going to get pushed closer to that second entry because the second entry is so much bigger. It's weighted differently in that equation. It's weighted higher, and it's going to play a bigger role in the average entry price. That's why another great reason to scale in with the smallest positions at the top. Little game for you guys. Those movies predicting what's happening, yeah, shit is serious, not gonna lie. Diddy just got hit by Homeland Security yesterday. I'm not gonna lie, I went down the rabbit hole. I was gonna say I went down the Diddy rabbit hole. Pause. Big pause. Fuck. All right. Violations. Oh no. Guys, oh, they're gonna clip this. Fuck. It's like Roy says Diddy rabbit hole. No, no, don't. David, cut this from the stream. Okay. This shit is serious now. Not gonna lie. Diddy just got hit by Homeland Security yesterday. Not shit is gonna happen to Diddy. And if it does, it's because they're gonna scapegoat him like they did with Epstein. Roy, are you saying that Epstein shouldn't have been? No, no. Bad dude. Horrible guy. Top of the operation? Fuck no. Right? Of course not. Figurehead? Probably. Frontman? Most likely. Fall guy? I don't think it was supposed to be. That's why I got a little bit worse. All right, we're dipping a little bit lower here, getting towards the entry. I'm keeping my eye on Nasdaq's price up here on my tab while I go through this. But yeah, the Diddy thing is, I want you guys to look up a few names in coordination with each other, and I'll let you guys do the rest. All right, Buddy's already under investigation, so I ain't getting Kid Cudi for this one. If you guys know what I mean, right? Car bombs. P Diddy tried to car bomb Kid Cudi allegedly. No, okay. Yeah, Diddy, shady dude. A few common themes between P. Diddy and let's say a lot of other celebrities that had, let's say, questionable things happen to them. I'm going to say Kanye is one of them. I'm gonna put Michael Jackson before his passing right there. Look up Michael Jackson's doctor and see his relationship with Diddy, Kanye, etc. I'm not big on the tinfoil hat stuff, but I'm also not fucking stupid. The reason I'm a trader is because while everybody else ignores patterns that happen all the time, I see them. You guys understand? And I love when people try to play the whole, oh, bro, you're just trying to put things together. Yeah, that's my fucking job. That's how I make money, right? You guys get what we're doing here? Like we take information that everybody has access to this same exact chart on NASDAQ today. Everybody talking about some fair value gap. Everyone's talking about some harmonic, some crossover of an EMA somewhere. They're talking about a pivot point somewhere, right? Everyone's looking at the same chart, but we're seeing the patterns that happen every single day without fail. And that's my job. So if anyone wants to question my ability to blues clues, piece these puzzle pieces together, go to the mirror, look yourself in your own eyes and say, stupid, stupid. Okay? So here's what's going to happen. Nothing's going to happen to P. Diddy. Fahim Muhammad. Look up that name. Put that one on the list. It gets shady from there. Kid was 24 years old, graduated from college with a business administration degree, just like many of us. And just like many of us who graduate with a business administration degree, we don't know what the fuck we want to do in life. Otherwise, you wouldn't have gotten a business administration degree, right? You'd have done something decently profitable, decently specific, finance, accounting, corporate finance, just I guess if you want to be an administrator, you can do hospitality, you can do anything. But he got okay. So long story short, Fahim Muhammad, kid, 24 years old, becomes head of security for Michael Jackson right before his death. Uh, what the fuck does a 24-year-old kid with a business administration degree know about being the head of security for arguably the most famous celebrity that's ever lived on planet Earth? I'm talking about this is the celebrity. You walk in a room, it's Dave Chappelle, it's fucking Donald Trump, it's Joe Rogan, it's fucking Taylor Swift. You name the biggest artist of today, you take Drake, everybody's there. And if Michael Jackson walks in, everybody turns into a fan with a notepad in their hand with a fucking autograph ready to take a signature. That's Michael Jackson. How the fuck does a 24-year-old kid? All right, so you start to look into the similarities. Look at Harley Pasternak, which is the nutritionist that tried to have Kanye locked up. Ooh, ooh. Look at him in between this whole thing with Fahim Muhammad and some of these guys. Ooh, ooh. Rabbi Shmuley is in that situation as well. Look, guys, look, I value my life. I'm gonna just go ahead and stop right here. But it gets pretty fucking shady. So do I think something's gonna happen to Diddy? I think they might Epstein him. Would Diddy snitch? I don't know. Put a one in the chat if you guys think Diddy would snitch off a dime. Put a two if you guys think that Diddy's a solid one and he would never snitch. He says, "Whoa, major pause. Yo, fuck, man." He said, "Yeah, no Diddy is the new one for sure." That's actually I heard that the other day. Someone was like, "Yeah, bro, I'm out here. I'm about to link with the guys. No Diddy shit." I was like, "Bro, what the fuck did you just say?" Yo, who was at the summit and heard who's that goofy man? Never letting his ass on stage again. Who's the guy from the Fresh and Fit podcast? Bro, I love you, but what the fuck were you thinking getting on stage and saying all that stuff? What was the guy's name? Now I'm fucking blanking. Now it's like a dickhead.
I don't remember his name, but that was wild, bro.
Fresh. Fresh from
Fresh.
the Fresh and Fit. How did I forget that one? Fucking it's half the name. Dude, what
Ridiculous.
the fuck were you thinking? We never even we never even paused on that, Bryce, did we? Yo.
No, bro. No, that was insane. I can't believe it.
He said, "Oh, yeah, one more thing. Don't be gay." But how about you fucking get off my stage? This is nuts.
Yeah.
Is Kanye got a clone? All right, let's relax. I have a tinfoil hat that says 88.6. I made it myself. Brother, you might actually get abducted by market makers, just like I think. Damn it. I tried so hard. God. Fuck, I can't win. Dude, this is why we need Golly on the team, bro. I need my HR team back.
No, no, no. I like this.
Oh my God. Dude, I'm trying. I'm like sweating here trying to hold it back. I got so many things I want to say but can't say. This is madness. Yeah, somebody said no Diddy and had me thinking about this guy on stage because he would look, I'm not gonna lie, the shit he was saying on stage was fucking hilarious at the time, but it was such a waste of time too. He'd be like, Roy, like Q like got us connected and like now we know each other. No homo. I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you talking? We're at a professional trading conference. Right? Just because you rocking an AP does not mean you get to be up here acting a fool and disrespecting the conference. Bro, oh my God.
Oh, he made himself look goofy.
uh, Irreparably goofy. You got one shot with that. Neil, on the other hand, showed up late as fuck, but still was an upstanding dude. Had all his cars parked at the car show. Was very helpful. His whole team, his family, his brother, stand up guys. Um, so he was a class act, right? And of course, Albert from Eurostable, guy is an absolute gem. Albert, if you, I don't even know how you would see this or hear this, but I love you, bro. Thank you for showing up and showing out. Upstanding dude, wishing you nothing but success. Fresh, on the other hand, dude, we should have got his boy. Who's the other guy on the Fresh and Fit? The he was a government agent. What's the guy's name? Said Marlo? Marlon? Is it Marlon? Myron. Yeah, should have got Myron, dude. Dude's got his head on straight. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, no Diddy schemes. He said, you're Steve from Blues Clues. Bro, Steve. Steve from Blues Clues. I wanted to day trader, so I dropped out of college. I'm really glad I did that. Oh, buddy. Producer Young Murdoch. Those beats better be slapping, my friend. Said unholy schmoly. Son, we got nicknames like Trump now. Yo, we got nicknames for people. He says, "Hell yeah, he'd snitch." Yo, Paul Wall, you said from your Paul Wall Street is from Houston, Texas. Fam, I don't know if I can give you a free membership just because I like the name. I feel like I can't be setting the bar based on things I like on the streams. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to create a clear metric around it and shit. I'm gonna have to explain all that. Ooh, ooh. But I don't know. I love the name. He said, "Hell yeah, he'd snitch, bro." In a fucking second. Do you think Diddy is gonna be sitting in there and not snitch? That's crazy. Anyone have the recording? No, that recording will never see the light of day for a reason. It was goofy. Like I really had Neil from Timepiece Trading, who is Drake's watch dealer. In case you guys don't know, he sells watches to Drake. He's the primary watch dealer for Steve Will Do It. When no one was dealing with 6ix9ine, he was out there with 6ix9ine. All the celebrities, every TikTok, YouTube, whatever, he's the guy. It's Timepiece Trading, right? And then we had Fresh because I figured, okay, Fresh. The whole panel was about up and coming trailblazers in the digital media space, people who had a hard business, but then decided to use social media to blow up their business significantly. The more I think about it, Fresh should have never been on the stage, but Fresh and Fit had been blowing up, their Andrew Tate videos and all the stuff. So I was like, all right, let's do that. And it's Miami also, so it kind of made sense. Oh wait, the whole conversation was about dealing with high net worth clients, the stress that it comes with, networking. So actually it was a pretty awesome discussion up until some of those parts. Um, Damn, see, the more I think about it, the more I realize there's some gems in there. Ah, okay. So Gabby, we might end up dropping it. We'll see. It says cheeks getting clapped in the mark. Oh, no Diddy on that one. I don't see 88.6 of my fibs. How do I plot that? Bless your heart. How do I plot 88.6? Yeah, brother. NAS100 Masterclass live classes tab at chartaddictsfx.com. Get right before you get left. Okay? Does that make sense? Did that one make sense? Get right before you get left? I just made that one up. I don't even think I made that one up. Somebody might have said that to me like years ago. All the shows, dudes got tired of getting finessed by the girls. MJ was killed starting to speak against the establishment. He owned Sony, so they couldn't have that. Yep. Said ask Eminem. Yep. So you guys are hip. Y'all are hip. But now I'm telling you guys about the architects of the situation, the Harley Pasterniks and the Fahim Mohammeds. Diddy and his son shot two people in a bathroom. The person was unarmed. They walked out the restaurant. Cops showed up. They arrested. They put Diddy in handcuffs. Fahim Mohammed and a few other people showed up. 20 minutes later, police uncuffed them, created a whole new story, planted a gun in that motherfucker, and Diddy walked out with no repercussions. Just throwing that out there. Shit is going on behind the scenes. You can buy a homicide in the United States. It's insane, the culture that we're living in. Trump's a boss, though, got his own ticker, DJT. Stop lying, bro. Well, wait, I never even saw this boat crashing scene. This is what ADHD looks like. But not gonna lie, that would scare the shit out of me too if I'm just sitting there on a beach, but not as much as being on a bridge and getting hit. Let's see, DJT ticker symbol. Yeah, the Obama movie, super sus. Digital World Acquisition Corp. Oh, it's a parent company that owns Truth Social. Trump Media, and Trump Technology Group. Allow only once. God himself knows I don't want CNBC with my tracking data. Trump Media stock jumps as much as 50% after DJT. 50%? Damn. After DJT ticker. Yo, this is a flex. My God, bro. He just doesn't stop. I got to give another shout out to Conor McGregor's coach, John Kavanaugh. He just got the ticker symbol MMA. All right. Not going to tell you guys which ticker symbols we filed for, but fuck, dude, how do you get MMA? Such a tough one. Soared the first minutes NASDAQ debut for his hotel casino company. Wait a second. 3 decades ago for his hotel and casino company, only to see it delisted from the NYSE 9 years later. What the fuck? Does anyone have news on this? That's interesting. Actually, yeah. If someone has like a quick one-liner on this, that'd be clutch. Trump had DJT listed 30 years ago for his casino and hotel company. I think it was because of bankruptcy that they took it down. They merged with a shell company, Digital World Acquisition Group, DWAC, which was completed on Monday, allowing it to become publicly traded in almost a $4 billion in paper profits of Donald Trump's net worth. Yo, son, yo, he wins again. They try to tell him he's broke. He can't pay the bond. Oh, they want this money. He said, I'm broke. I have no monies. They're like, oh, maybe he is broke. Maybe he can sell some of his properties. And then obviously they goofed up with the valuation of the property, etc. And then Buddy just adds $4 billion to his paper, his non-liquid net worth overnight. Oh, now he has the money for the bond. Bitch, it's illiquid, meaning he can't sell it whenever he wants. Meaning he's richer than ever, still might not have to pay the bond. Can one man win this much? It's unfathomable. Damn, you guys got government agents at the FX summit. Probably. Let's be 100% real. We treat every single event as if there are CFTC and SEC agents roaming around, as if there's government officials roaming around. You want to know why? Because that's how it's supposed to be. And Dubai is going to be just that much better. It's okay, bro. 100%. I plan on joining after my payout 10th of April. I respect your business, brother. I mean, I don't even see it as a business, man. This is an investment for you. Like, do not go and put your money into something just to like support us or whatever. We're good. I promise you. What I'd like for you guys is to invest in yourself. The people that spend money on the masterclass make 100x what they put into it. And I want that for you. And I know that we say this stuff and everyone's like, yeah, yeah, sure. And then 4 months down the line, you join, you do the class. A week later, you paid off the class 5X and you're like, wow, I should have done this so long ago. I wish somebody told me this. I wish somebody did that. If you're on that fence, go and watch some of the student spotlight interviews that we've been putting up. Everybody has a similar story. I was watching on the live streams. I'm just gonna do it myself. Made so much money on the live streams. I'm like, hey, let me learn this thing. Learned it, started crushing, made enough money to pay off the class 10X, and now obviously still crushing. Roy, out of curiosity, what's your fave conspiracy, if you don't mind sharing? Mine will always be JFK and Operation Paperclip with MLK. I don't really have a favorite conspiracy, dude. I don't believe in conspiracies. I think that if enough of the pieces fit, for me, it's true. And you could sit here and look me dead in the eyes and be like, oh, look at this guy. Roy's a conspiracy, whatever. I will be unfazed, looking right into your soul, letting you know that I see the truth, I see the forest from the trees, and that I will not be duped into whatever psyop you're trying to get me into. That's how I quit my job with COVID. Like the COVID situation was one of the biggest eye openers for me because it was an attempt. Like when you leave the financial industry, if you don't, let's say if you don't hit your numbers at a specific job, let's say if you're a floor broker or if you're a broker at Merrill Lynch or you're an advisor, if you don't hit certain numbers, you get kicked. It'll say that you got kicked. If you have any fraud on your record, on your financial record, it'll show from like when you go company to company, it'll show on your SEC statement, it'll show on brokercheck.com that you have a red flag on your record. So for me, this was a chance for me to leave the financial industry voluntarily without losing any of my privileges while still having 2.5 years to renew my licenses, my Series 7, 66 brokerage licenses, if I wanted to go and do my CE, my continued education at another firm. So they gave me the chance, come back to the office, but you have to get vaxxed up. And I was like, dude, I'm crushing it out here. I don't need to get the vax and go back to the office. And I used that one as an opportunity to walk away and to protect my ideals. Now, I mean, obviously, 6 months later, they took the vaccine mandate away, and people were just able to come back anyways. And so that's one of those things where the majority of what people are considering conspiracy theories is because the group in charge called it a conspiracy and they have way more power. Look, when I was shitting on the prop firms who were using the PR bots the other day, this is my biggest issue is because I would say something like, let's say one tech provider is servicing 15 sub prop firms, and that if you're going to use the prop firms, go to the source. Don't go to one of the 5,000 white labels because these guys are just going to be more expensive. They have more fees, more latency, less decision making, etc. And then the source, and people got mad. And then the prop firm bots would come out on Twitter and they'd be like, look at this fucking idiot. This guy said this. Oh, yeah, I guess, no, what about this? And what about that? And Roy did this one thing one time. And so everything he's saying right now makes zero sense. And then 6 months later, the whole charade comes crashing down. Everything I said was true. And I went from a fucking nut job to a fucking genius overnight. So the people in charge will always have a way of making you look stupid or making you feel stupid or crazy for just noticing the obvious. That's when you know you're on the right track. Those are my favorite conspiracies, is when someone tells me to stop looking into it, when someone tries to be like, bro, what, like, bro, you think that prop firms are actually putting in an algorithm to mess with profitable traders and to mess with trading conditions? Like, bro, it's on you. Like, just say you can't trade. Just say you can't trade. Right? You guys know those people on social media? They've never pulled a dime out of the fucking markets. Bro, just say you can't trade and move on. I love that shit, right? And then egg on their face, nowhere to be found, and obviously no apology. So that's why I'm gonna fucking rub it in their face, because if you're not gonna come out and apologize to me after, being disrespectful, then yeah, you can watch this game from the floor seats, I guess. From off your back like a turtle trying to get up. Help, help. Josh, you're going too far. Diddy been killing people? Ask. Oh, whoa, whoa. Yes. Pac and Biggie. Yep. That's a big one. Diddy, Pac, and Biggie. If you want to talk about conspiracy theories that are still unproven, I'll throw that one in the mix. Said overnight. Literally overnight. Conspiracy theories was a term created by governments to debunk any truth. Yeah, literally. And instead they have PR. So imagine PR, and I got this from Elon. PR is just another fancy word for propaganda. So you guys know public relations? Well, we have to create a department to go and talk to the public. How is that propaganda, Roy? We're just trying to have a communication with the public. Bitch, you're either doing what you say you're doing or you're not. You're not Karine Jean-Pierre going up there and being like, well, the president actually meant this. Bitch, we know what he meant. I heard it too. He meant I heard that shit loud and clear. Well, actually, he was saying that we got to support our troops. Bitch, how did you got the Rosetta Stone for this man? Unbelievable. And so I think propaganda is exactly what Karine Jean-Pierre does. Joe Biden calls somebody a dictator. She comes out and says, no, well, that's not actually what we meant. And I'm going to put this in a nice and sweet way for all of you guys to just, because I'm just a sweet girl up here and you guys can't, bitch, the country is on the line. I don't give a fuck about no sweet, the puppy eyes, none of that shit. People die off these decisions. So propaganda, PR, same thing. Conspiracy theory is what they call everything that they don't like. Okay, so imagine you guys ran the whole show. Somebody comes out and starts to kind of poke holes in what you're doing. Hey, you guys ever noticed how every fucking prop firm has the same back end? Huh. Oh, they probably all just got similar design taste, huh? Oh, just all similar design taste. Right? Just point out something very fucking obvious that if you had an IQ above 50, above a goldfish, you could probably see. They'll be like, "Well, bro, what? Were you saying all prop firms are the same? Like they're all using them? What kind of conspiracy is that?" Sounds like a pretty convenient way to avoid answering the question. You guys understand how conspiracy theories work now? Okay, we'll go ahead and stop that there before I start getting phone calls. Oh, already getting phone calls. But not for this. Conspiracy theorist with the term, she must get home after a long day's work and be like, ugh, yo, I don't even know. You can't do that job unless you're a sociopath because you can't live with yourself doing that, bro. Like it is, I've thought about it so many times. Like there's an extent to where you can protect your country and what you're willing to do. There's an extent to where, like, God, I don't even know, man. Maybe, men, is it just me? Like I would die and I would kill for my country. But getting up there and lying to the face of the people for my country is not something I would do. That's just I could not do it. Because bro, that's your fucking name. That's your just your everything. And every day getting up there, like everybody lie. Nobody's fucking Gandhi, guys. Nobody, we're not Jesus. All right. There is no perfect human. I'm not gonna sit here and say that nobody lies. This is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about getting up there and deliberately doing it as a job and deliberately spinning everything that's being said and then just having no remorse for it. Like, I don't know. That's a different kind of human, bro. You got to have a few screws loose up top because you can't want success that bad. Like, hey, play your role right, defend the president until the very end, and we got you the spot in the next couple administrations. We got you chief of staff spots. We got you all this stuff. Dude, how many fucking lives do you have to ruin just to get a fucking 50K a year job? Like, if that's not sociopathic, I don't know what is. Kareem John probably will pay you better in the private sector to love yourself and to love America. Okay? Please. Is it me or are people too easy to brainwash? Like if CNN said the sky is green, people will believe it. Same with Fox, bro. If you're stupid enough to watch mainstream media, you're probably stupid enough to get talked into anything. Bro, this is gonna be this. I don't even. This is my ADHD brain. What was that movie? The guy He was trying to sleep with the chick or something as a serial killer. He talked the dude into giving him a blowjob in the car or some shit. Guy tells the story. First off, that ever happens to you, Goofy, do not ever go on camera and talk about it. Right? Keep that one in the fucking chain. Take that one to the grave. What was that movie, bro? What was that movie? Like there are people out there that can get talked into shit like that. Like that's the people watching mainstream media. The dude got talked into giving another dude a blowjob so he can sleep with his wife or some shit like that. Like, bro, what the fuck are you like? Yes, that dude can get talked into taking the 15th jab. 100%. That dude can get talked into you know, the 10th best candidate on the fucking line. They definitely 100% can get talked into it. Says she got to know. I don't believe her IQ is that low. No, no, she's definitely not stupid. Let me tell you that much, Josh. You can't be stupid and do that job. Dude, the amount of gymnastics that's required to look at the truth and then bend it at every chance. Bending the truth is tough. It's what the devil tries to do every day. There's obviously what's right in front of you, and the devil tries to essentially change your perception of reality because they can't change reality itself. And so I think it's kind of evil what's going on the more you think about it. Like reality is one, we share a Newtonian reality, which is the 3D physical world that's around us. And then there's a metaphysical reality and all the spiritual realities and everything that people want to talk about, your truth, my truth, bullshit. Got it? Let's talk about the shared reality. There's only one. Anyone that gets you to try, anyone that tries to get you to not believe your own eyes and not get to not believe your own judgment when it comes to the Newtonian reality that you see and the observations, patterns, and conclusions that you come up with, that's evil. Because if you can't change the truth, which evil cannot change what is, then you have to change the perception of truth. That's why that shit is so dangerous and pernicious. Now you're like, well, Roy, what's the big deal? But if you go get up there and tell people, yeah, toilet paper is running out, and people trample each other at Walmarts for toilet paper, and people die, there's consequences to everything that is said off that podium. And if it's all lies because they think that we're too stupid to make decisions for ourselves, I had a news flash for them. They're the ones who have been in office for decades and have not fixed a goddamn problem. That's a sign of stupid. Let me tell you guys what intelligence is, because the coastal elites think it's a piece of paper on a wall, and those are the same people fucking the country right into a brick wall. Intelligence is being able to get what you want out of life. So I guess maybe to some degree these corrupt politicians are intelligent because they know how to get what they want, which is all the favorable deals and everything out the back end. But they think that Americans are too stupid because they don't have trained knowledge in, let's say, political affairs or geopolitical whatever. Common sense prevails in 99% of situations. Okay. Oh, kids are dying on both sides. Well, I don't agree with this and I don't agree with that, but I definitely don't agree with kids dying, right? I don't have to be a fucking geopolitical expert to share my opinion on that. That's where I feel like we're at, where common sense will prevail in 90% of situations, but there's always some college educated dick cheese somewhere saying, well, actually, well, based on the historical context, kick that dude in the face. Kick him, Spartan kick him off the fucking, let's get common sense back in. That's all I'm going to say. That's the key, Roy. If you ask most of these people on the side of the spectrum, they would say they don't love America. I get it. Dude, I get it. The people who hate capitalism, the ones that I know that are like coastal elites that hate capitalism, they have this like their survivorship guilt. Because you'll never find somebody that worked hard for their money that hates capitalism. Because they understand that if you work hard and you sacrifice, you can be successful. You'll find folks that made quick, easy money that have this guilt conscience about everybody else having a shitty life and they get to live this great life. You want to know why they have that guilty conscience? Because they did not earn their fucking money. Do you guys think I'll ever sit there and feel bad on a fucking private plane or on a boat in the south of France? I love every single last one of you like you don't understand. I ain't feeling an ounce of fucking guilt because I earned this shit brick by brick, piece by piece. You want to come take this shit? Get it out of my dead hands. That's how earning your path creates a sense of appreciation for the process. And it's no surprise all the mommy and daddy's money kids who went to liberal arts colleges to study fucking underwater basket weaving are like, whoa, this system's fucked up. Right? Look at me. I have no talent, skills, or charisma, and I'm successful. Yeah, because of mom and dad's help, not because the system is fucked, you idiot. Okay? Everyone's catching strays. Mommy and daddy's money kids. It's the parents' fault at the end of the day. My kids, like, I will be extremely wealthy. My kids will not know. My kids will not know. Why the fuck would they need to know how rich I am or how rich we are as a family? You don't need a fucking boat, car, whatever. You're getting a Nissan Altima. You work in front desk kiosk. You work in restaurant jobs. I think a rite of passage for every kid should be to work in a restaurant. And I'm not talking about, oh, a buddy of mine owns a restaurant, put him as a host. No, no. Work every single job in a restaurant. And I think that you will at least understand enough about hard work to be relatable. Okay. If you've washed dishes before, what you're doing is you're taking the remains of everybody else's food and you're literally just dealing with the very, very end product of that. You're humbling yourself down to just doing a task. And you got your, I mean, look, to be honest, I loved being a washer at the time because I just had my headphones in. Don't fucking talk to me. I smoked half a blunt out the back with some of the cooks. I come back in, washing, and then serving tables did that, hosting did that, bartending, um, bus boy did the whole nine. That is how you understand how much people are actually going through. So you'll realize, like, okay, labor jobs maybe aren't weren't even the worst for me. For me, it was like the just sitting around and like being told what to do all day, every day by a certain thing. That's something that is really hard for me. But the labor stuff was probably hard for the other folks. That's why they would be like, "Yo, Roy, can you grab this? Can you grab that?" So when you're walking around, it's not like, "Oh, hard work is so hard. These poor people are working hard and I'm not, and capitalism sucks." It's like, okay, there's physical labor jobs that are taxing on the body. After a certain amount of years, you cannot be expected to keep working these labor jobs. What's an off ramp for this? What is like, I'm going to have some, I have a different level of love for when I see men who are in their late ages still out there doing construction, doing it for their family so their family can have a better future. That's what the fuck I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. So it's tough out here, but when you raise your children with money, you have to create an environment of struggle, an environment of discipline and learning to respect money. Because if you don't know how to respect the dollar, then you start to feel like you're God. Everyone's like, Roy, how the fuck did you just jump from if you don't respect the dollar, you start to feel like you're God? Um, how can I explain this? If you were born into a situation, say you're born into serious wealth, and you can snap your fingers and things appear. So you snap your fingers and a guy comes to cook all your food, and then all the food's just magically done. The house is magically always clean. The cars are always magically full with the gas. The like it's everything is always magically done. And so that's kind of what the God complex feels like. Because if you don't really understand what God does or what God is, you kind of have this superficial sense of I snap my fingers and something physical appears that I want, a desire of mine. The devil will answer those prayers much quicker than God will, side note. But when kids have this sense of, I can just snap my fingers and things have to go my way, you can imagine how dangerous that is. For the rest of us, none of us can snap our fingers and make our boss shut the fuck up or get him to fucking leave his job because he has zero talent. Cannot do that. So what do we have to do? Number one, suck it up. Number two, find a way to cooperate and find a way to, compromise. Number three, leave the job and just have to inconvenience myself to go and find a better opportunity. We have to navigate the world in a real way, right? And so that's what's so dangerous about we're all going to be rich. Everybody here, I'm praying for y'all. Keep at it because if you're persistent enough, you will be rich. But now we got a bigger problem. What am I gonna do with these kids, man? These kids. Dad, why don't I have a Ferrari like my friends? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't even know what I'm gonna tell my son. Shit, I don't know, son. Your friend got glass bones. I don't know. He's soft. I don't know. Okay, so DJT was a former ticker for his casino business. They went bankrupt. According to the business, he couldn't sell until 6 months, but the administrative council can decide if he can sell before 6 months. Abdon, dude, you're 5 for 5 this week. All love. Still got Red Apple and Amazon. What does that mean? Are we looking at gold today? Nah, I think gold already left the station. Oh my God. Super secret magnet indicator. Can't find it anywhere else. People, am I gonna go look up the receipts today? Roy, can we just have one stream where we just enjoy the no, 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 no. We're going to it. We're gonna go see. Now, you know what? Matter of fact, I'm actually gonna leave this one for y'all's imagination. Super secret magnet indicator. Can't find it anywhere else. The most undisputed, undefeated indicator of all human history and mankind that's ever existed on indicators. By golly, 21.95 gets tapped, liquidity grabbed, and then spikes right back down. Beautiful. So what's going to happen next? I'd like to see a double bottom back down here to 2162 and then a continuation up to 2222. And I've been saying 2222 so many times. Hopefully you guys remember that one. Okay. My humble beginnings were Pizza Hut with the B. Yes, sir. Slinging peas out the drive-through window. See? Y'all got it. Did every fast food franchise love to see it? Hard work creates respect for money. Now, for some people, it creates a comforting environment where, hey, I can do this, live a life, move around, whatever. This is supposed to be a stepping stone job for you. So if you are working in a service-based business or a service-based industry, at no point should you give up into thinking this is now your life. It's not your fucking life. This is a stepping stone to get to something that will continue to pay you, whether it's a skill that you're investing in. So you're taking night classes, you're doing whatever it takes to get a skill that can pay you way more. You're investing that money into a business or into an investment like crypto or whatever it is. You're investing in your trading so that you can leave that job. But no service-based industry should be your final destination. Understood? I don't know if I can close partials on this trade. All right, stops and break even if you did take that trade. Actually, taxes, the sunrise tomorrow, and that second touch. But the magnet indicator, rock solid. The next magnet indicators that we have up is for the DXY. 105.7, thank me later. 107.5, thank me later. You're welcome. LLC. You guys can see, like, the longer the stream goes on, the more profits I'm in, the more arrogant I get. It's time for me to hop off. All right, ego's starting to get in the way. I know I'm just chatting shit, but sometimes I mean it. That's where I'm like, all right, Roy, it's this was funny, but it's time to pack it up now. What about flat Earth? That we live in a firmament? Nah, that's too far. That's that's you lost me. So what's the main company to get funded with non-white label? I'm not going to recommend any companies today, but I appreciate you asking. Gold looks like it's closing in a good buy area. I would agree, Giovanni. I would agree. It's this is a good potential zone here. Just look, I'm gonna give you guys the sauce. Just I hate doing this, but I also love doing this. The problem. It's chart addicts, not chart enthusiasts, right? Big crackhead energy for the charts. Yeah, I'd say 2170. If we can stay around this range, all you have to do is look at the previous impulse, wait for the correction and continuation. This is the same idea as NASDAQ, actually. You have a swing low right here, and then you have the real swing low right here. So you either get an 80% correction of that first swing low or an 80% correction of the bigger swing. Either way, still going long, gold. That simple. I'm pretty sure I'm missing a meeting already, or I might almost miss a meeting here soon. So definitely missed that meeting. Can you give gold execution? Did Sway get kicked out from the US? I believe so. Oh, Lord have mercy. Uh, no, don't don't worry. No, that was I had my window open. It's Miami. You guys can do the math. Entry is now risk management. Get hold till 20 South Africa time. Like, I don't know what you're talking about, Jafta, but speaking of South Africa, should we add? So here's the countries on the list. Dublin is still up in the air. I want to do Dublin. My team has no fucking clue why. This is God did. I don't know why. Dublin has to be on the tour, but I feel like I don't know. I don't do things by feeling except for the biggest shit in my life intuitively. Dublin seems like it makes sense. Then we have London. So we're gonna be hitting the Manchester, Liverpool, and or sorry, Manchester. Liverpool, and London. Three cities in the UK. Then we're flying to Lisbon, Portugal. After Lisbon, we're going to Madrid, Spain. After Madrid, Spain, we're going to go to Dubai, UAE, so that we can do a small event there. By small, I mean, shit, we might have 400 or 500 people there. And then, yeah, so we want to add three more cities on the tour. We have Nigeria, we have Cape Town, South Africa. So we have Lagos, we have Cape Town, and then I think we had one country in Asia or one city in Asia. I forgot what it was. Um, was it Singapore? I don't know. But those two, should we add African countries to the list? Where can I find that magnet? Ugh. I bet you would like to know. I bet you would like to know. Why don't you ask your broker? Why don't you ask your favorite market maker? All right. This is not available to U.S. clients. Magnets for the win. Walter, they'll never know the power of the magnet. Most definitely South Africa. He said, come to Ghana. I'd love to go to Ghana too. Like, look, if it was up to me, guys, really, if it was up to me, I'd hit Ghana. I'd hit Nigeria. I would hit all the North African countries, right? So first, I would hit Tunisia. I'd hit Egypt and Morocco. I said, Roy, what about Algeria? Look, right? Fucking cut me some slack. Um, I would happily do Ghana, Nigeria, Ethiopia, South Africa. What else am I missing? Oh, Côte d'Ivoire. Go to Ivory Coast. The beautiful place out there. What else am I missing here? It says make sure you hit Nando's in London. Brother, imagine I go to fucking London, I hit Nando's. Come on now. Don't do me like that. Buddy thought I was a tourist. Buddy, I used to live in the UK for like, so now I'm not even gonna go there. But no, I like to try some local food. Man, fish and chips. I'm gonna have fish and chips 3 times in a day. That's a breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Roy, what do you want? Because you guys know how the UK breakfast is trash. Roy, you can't say that. That's a whole country shit. Bro, nothing about unflavored beans and toast. Like beans and toast is not my breakfast. Now I'm Lebanese. We can incorporate some beans in our breakfast with some warm pita. I get it, right? Those are onions, tomatoes, mint in there. Get some onions in that bitch. Get some garlic, right? But if you guys think I'm waking up and eating beans and toast with the shitty weather out there in the UK, you out of your mind, bro. Fish and chips, the most American thing that they can do over there. Beans, toast, and sausage, no diddy, bro, no diddy. Ugh. Miled, I get it, bro. My parents were just here visiting. We had fulum dammas every morning. I get it. But I'm saying like the way they make it in the UK is like, brother, right? It says not available for US clients anymore. Man, I ain't gonna talk about nobody's company no more. Everybody don't interrupt people when they're making a mistake. And I should have just been doing that since day one. I should have just stuck to the script since day one, and just let them fucking piranha water fucking go at each other all day. Should have never stuck my hand in the middle of the mix. But they did fucking get some blood on my shirt, get some blood on my hands. So now it's personal. I was listening to this Drake song. He said, handle beef so quietly you would think we let it go. I think that is the number. I think that's the quote of the year. Handle beef so quiet you would think we let it go. Ugh. Oh, Kenya. Yes, Nairobi. How did I forget Nairobi? Sorry, guys. Well, shit, yeah. Now, Kenya was on there. Singapore was on the list, but he says go to Boston. Fam, what? Oh no. Please do another speaking event in Miami. He said word for word, bar for bar. People who are just tuning into this live stream are so confused. They're waiting for some news that has to do with financial markets. People, as soon as these streams get boring for me, as soon as I can't just get on here and riff and just say whatever, it's going to seem like an obligation. And that's when we go back to like, yo, is Roy going to get on this morning? And like, oh, he's skipping. Da, da, da. I like this a lot better. You don't like it? Cool. A lot of uncharismatic Forex traders that are losing all the time everywhere else on YouTube. Go and buddy up with them. You don't like me? You don't find me funny? First off, you're wrong because that's just something wrong with your brain. But you can watch these on mute and at least make money with us. You can say a lot of stuff. You can't say I can't trade. Well, people still do say it, but again, somewhere between Simple Jack and Pyle from Full Metal Jacket. I see them online all the time. I don't care how credentialed you are. If you're gonna look at a lot of people, like you guys remember what I said about truth versus somebody trying to bend perception? If I trade live every single morning in front of everybody, call out the trades live, show the strategy working. People say, "Oh, Roy doesn't know how to look at markets, doesn't know about execution, doesn't know about scaling, doesn't know Roy can't trade." That's just objectively not true. So you're telling all the people who are watching with their own eyes that they can't make their own decision. Now that's where I start getting pissed off. So you can see these people like trolls or whatever. They'll talk to some forex trader or they'll tell somebody something online when the information's right in front of them. So to those people, I would say, keep me top of mind. Thank you for the free real estate. Mwah, love all of you. Those steroids are not going to help your dick get any bigger. Whoop, 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 whoop. All right, threw that one in at the end. Also, I seen all y'all's kickboxing videos. Stick to trolling online. Whoop, whoop. And what else? Yeah, happy and safe trading, everybody. Love you guys. Crush it today. Believe in yourself because nobody else will. Ask for forgiveness before you ask for permission. That one is some of you guys are degens. So let me just put that one off to the side. Ain't nobody going to come around and give you permission to do shit in your life. They're not coming. You're waiting for them. Oh, maybe if somebody just lets us do this, lets you do this. Bitch, who's going to stop me? Who's going to stop me 2024? So for your notes, for everybody's notes, at the top of the notepad, who's gonna let me dot dot dot, right? So write that up at the top of the page right there. Grab a big red X. Bink. Plot it right there. Who's gonna let me? And then right next to it say, who's gonna stop me? All right, everyone's just waiting for somebody to come out the sky, give them permission to start being great in their life. Oh, maybe that's when I'll get a new job. That's when I'll get a promotion. That's when I'll start to finally have more confidence. It ain't fucking coming. They're not coming. Nobody is coming for you. Zero, none. If they do, you're blessed. If you're expecting it, you're a goofy. So instead, take some responsibility for your life, which is all the beauty of life. It's on you anyways. So who's going to let me, who's going to let us, go and do this event in another country? Who's going to stop us? Okay, well, the Bureau of Culture and Tourism in Dubai, the Bureau of Registration and Event Registrations, the actual event venue itself, the coordination and laws and practices. Okay, that's who could stop us. What do we got to do to make sure they don't stop us? Got it. Because that's what everyone was like. How are you going to go to another country and just do an event there? Like, who's going to let you do the event at their place and all this stuff? Who's going to let me? Who's gonna who's gonna stop me? The police can stop me, the government can stop me, the agencies and bureaucratic departments can stop me for sure. So let's play nice. Let's play nice. Everybody else, they can't stop me. The fuck I'm sitting here worried about asking for permission for? Oh, live my dream to go make magic happen? Are we crazy? Everybody, so what was that Drake lyric again? He said, handle business so quiet you would think I let it go. Ugh. Ugh. All right, everybody, happy and safe trading. Take it easy. Peace.